Hi, in this demonstration I'm going to show you how to use the letterpress plates that work in conjunction with TODO. This is really exciting actually because we can use them to push the plates and the design into cotton cardstock, and we can also ink these up to create almost like a stamp effect. So I'll just show you what I mean by that. This is the part where we've left the plates blank and we've just pushed it into a nice thick cardstock. So you can see we've got this beautiful debossed area and then we've got the embossed areas at the back here. So that's a really pretty, soft effect that you can create. Or you can do completely the opposite and you can ink these plates up. I tend to use an archival ink. It doesn't stain the plates, it does come off quite easily afterwards. And this is one that we've done just by inking up the different plates to create, like I said, like a stamped effect almost. But rather than you having to put the pressure on a stamp, the roller on TODO will actually create that even pressure, so you'll get a perfect finish every time. So we're going to start with the soft letterpressing into the cotton cardstock. So first things first, we need to go back to our instruction manual here and we look at letterpress, and you see that you need plate C and you need plate A, and we want the pressure on the machine between 6 and 8. So I'm going to take my first plate and I'm going to do the two largest sizes first. Now, top tip is to make sure that you do these separately. And the reason for that is because it makes a much deeper impression if you do one first and then the second one as a separate piece. Not because of any kind of positioning really, it's just because it gives more pressure in one area. So just focusing on this plate rather than having the pressure distributed between two different ones. And I just find that it gives a much deeper effect. So again, I'm going to flip that over. I'm actually just going to add my C plate underneath. Now this is the very flexible mat, so that will kind of give the card somewhere to push into. And then I'm also going to use my A plate. Okay, so the one that I would normally use as my cutting mat. I've got it on 6.5 just to start, and we're just going to start wheeling the machine over this die. I do just hold the plates in place slightly because this is going to put quite a lot of pressure on here, and then we can just let it go once it hits that plate. Now I can feel that was really quite easy to do. So once I get to the other side, what I'm going to do is just lift this dial and move it down to 6, so it's adding a little bit more pressure onto that machine, and I'm just going to go back over. So I'm not having to take plates apart to see. I can tell by the feel of that it would have taken a little bit more pressure, and that means that we'll get a deeper emboss as well, which is really cool. So I'm going to take this off and I'm now just going to lift this away, and you can see then when I take this tape off here, just use my scissors because that's what I've got handy, you can see then that we've got a nice embossed finish there. Now what you can also do if you want it even deeper than that is use like a spray. I think there's one called Emboss, and you can spray your card and that will just help it to break down the fibres a little bit. But for what we're doing, that's fine.